Street Fighter V. Some Cammy controversy.
Uh-oh.
So apparently some of the Japanese fans were not happy with the initial look of Cammy.
I could understand why.
Yeah?
Yeah, she wasn't cute.
Gotcha. Benny, is that important in a fighting game?
Is that important in any video game? Like, I mean, not to play devil's advocate here, but there's, not everyone is pretty. So I'm all for having ugly women in games, but
they have like a new character. I want to Aramika, I believe that her name is. She's this big bodybuilding wrestler.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And they say that she's actually one of the best new characters.
Oh, awesome.
That's coming out.
And there's a possibility I read of one hit KOing with her.
Right.
Well, see, that's pretty cool.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Well, having said all that, I've seen pictures of her, though, and she is somewhat on the scantily clad side as far as the outfit goes.
Well, think luchador. And it's not that's not the type that she fights, but it's that like a female luchador's outfit is kind of what it looks like. She doesn't wear a mask.
Is it more like a wrestling outfit?
Yeah.
So she's just wearing.
Yeah, it's just.
But it's appropriate gear.
Right. I mean, it's so.
Kind of.
But she's still cute. In the face, she just.
And so that was the problem with Cammy was that she wasn't cute.
Right.
Too serious.
Right. With they made her features very angular, and I think that's what a lot of people didn't like. They made her face, as opposed to it being round, it was more of like a triangle type shape.
Gotcha.
And not even that, it just didn't even look like Cammy. You know what I mean? Cammy has been in there ever since the Street Fighter 2 remaster.
She's one of the older characters.
Right, so
you don't want to mess up your older characters.
No.
Super Street Fighter 2 is when she made her first
Exactly.
appearance.
So what they did is they ended up giving her in the, when they did the redesign, because they're doing different costumes based off of where you pre-order it.
Mm-hmm.
And her Best Buy costume is where the redesign, they showed it off to where she has the rounder, softer features, the round eyes.
Anime eyes.
Right. It's not that exaggerated, but the more round.
It's definitely noticeable. I've seen it before and after.
Yeah, it's noticeable. It's just not, when I think anime eyes, I think, you know what I mean, like they take up half the head, you know.
Right.
Well, that's exaggerating a bit, but I get...
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, that's their culture, too. And so I can understand why they wanted that changed. And
True, yeah.
I don't see it, I don't even know what this makes me, but with the Japanese culture, it almost seems like everybody is more accepting of feminine features or a feminine look. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just more acceptable. Mm-hmm. Whereas here, it's almost like, well, if it's feminine looking, then it's either...
It's weak.
Yeah, that it's weak or it's a prize.
Right.
So it's I'm okay with it, weirdly enough, but I know that kind of goes against what I believe at the same time.
Right.
But it's just the way that the culture views women, I think, is the difference there.
Well, yeah, because there's always the underlying reason behind doing something that's gonna, make it whether it's okay or not.
That's true.
It's all about intent, and they just, like you say, they have their version of what things should look like.
Right.
Just like we do. You know what I mean? But, they did, part down the breasts. So, like, that was one thing that I was really surprised is that, because normally they don't, they like their boobies.
They like to exaggerate.
Right.
So, Layers of Fear. So, for those not familiar with this game, this was a game that was basically inspired by PT, playable trailer.
Right.
The quote-unquote Silent Hill teaser. So there's a group of people making a game based on that. It looks really good. So Layers of Fear.
So you actually seen the have you watched videos?
I didn't watch the video. I just seen screenshots of it.
I did. I watched Patricia Hernandez play it on Kotaku.
Okay.
Yeah. It's neat.
Yeah.
It's a lot like Gone Home.
Okay.
As far as where it's walking around exploring, but it's a lot because like in PT. The everything would change as you continually go through it. Mm-hmm. Well, that's what happens here. You walk into a room and then turn around and the door's gone. You know what I mean? Or you'll walk in and start seeing hallucinations.
Right, gotcha.
Things will start melting and pictures will start changing. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's definitely got a creepy vibe to it. Yeah. Because the basis of the game is that you are a painter who is falling deeper into your madness while trying to create your final masterpiece.
That's a cool premise.
Okay.
That's original.
Yeah. So, and that's what it is you're going through your house and you're fucking crazy trying to paint this painting.
Right.
So, like I say, you'll see stuff on the walls, and it's.
I can only imagine where you could go with an artistic game like that.
Right, because I mean, the imagination's the best source for material. I mean, you can just go crazy with that, and I actually have that as the primary background of the game. I mean, you can really take it in whatever direction you want.
That would be actually a really interesting multiplayer option, just to be able to see everybody being able to do their own mad drawings.
Yeah, go through my madness in creating this painting or something like that. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
I could see it being something that they push out later to consoles, kind of like what they did with Outlast, how it started on PC and then moved to the current gen systems. I could see that, especially if it ends up being as popular as I think that it could be.
Right.
I could see them pushing this out because it looks neat.
So I want to talk about a couple of other games that have come out here recently or just recently announced. The second chapter of King's Quest, the reboot, has been released or announced at the very least. That's exciting. I remember playing the original King's Quest, and I'm just happy that there's a new generation of gamers that get to enjoy King's Quest. Point and click adventure. I've not played the first chapter, so I don't know if it's really styled in the same fashion as the original.
It's not.
Oh,
I mean, it's of course it's got a new art style. Obviously,
sure, yeah,
obviously, and it's still an adventure from what I understand. As far as the point and click, but I think maybe some of the stuff has changed as far as
it wasn't even really point and click. Now that I think about it, it was
it was moving because this was before mouse.
Right.
I'm thinking of because I have the all of them.
Gotcha.
1 through 6, and eventually they did become once
Gotcha.
a mouse became standard with the computers.
Sure.
So.
Gotcha. So very exciting.
I'm just tired of episodic games.
Yeah.
If I can say that.
I agree with you there. The stories are good. I can't sit through them, especially the point and clicks. I don't know if it's because I'm such a hardcore gamer and I've gamed so long. Like, I have to have some action going on. I can't just scroll and click here.
Well, see, I'm not so much as far as that because, like we were talking with Until Dawn earlier, you're sitting there a lot of the time just watching that. My problem with it is that unless it's a really gripping story, like, one of the Telltale games,
right,
I'm going to lose interest.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to wait 3 months to be able to play another hour of the game.
Telltale games that I just couldn't sit through. I mean, some of them are really good.
Well, I've only ever played The Walking Dead and Wolf Among Us, but those two are great.
I can't remember the name of it.
There's
Start
the
off on a
Borderlands.
train. Did they do the one with the train? I can't remember the name of it. Anyway. I don't know. Of the ones that I played, the Walking Dead one, the story was really good. And if it hadn't been for the story, I probably would have quit playing that game. Because some of the movement, I was just like, I'm done.
Right.
I'm done. This is taking too long or it's not working properly.
Well, I think,
it was just clunky when you could move.
Gotcha. Well, okay, so it's more of a play mechanic issue, not so much content.
But some of the episodic games don't have a whole lot of content either.
Yeah, well, I mean, these games... there's definitely a very select crowd that they cater to with these, so it's definitely
because they're usually mostly story driven,
right?
And that's only certain people are going to like that type of game because
that's true. I mean, I could see myself like when I'm trying to wind down from a good Gears game or something, maybe throwing that on and chill out and fall asleep.
It is what they're good for, because like a lot of times you don't want to get hyped up,
right? That's true.
Games are real good about getting people hyped.
Yeah, get your adrenaline going.
So. That's right.
So another game making waves, Super Mario Maker.
I'm excited about this just to be able to get to use my amiibo and something else. Because it's using all of them. So that's what's neat about it. Is that you can play Mario as the Wii Fit trainer.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Right. So it's neat.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of people are having a lot of fun with creating their own custom Super Mario levels. You might have to
people love stuff like that. Think about Trials and stuff like that.
Right. Well, I mean, even Halo had their Forge, so people can make maps. Things to play on. So I mean, player-driven content, Minecraft.
Right, but to take something as classic as Super Mario Brothers.
That's a fabulous idea. I mean, that's a great new direction
Nintendo
to go with a series.
Right.
They do, and that's a great way to do it because not only are you going to get the people who are more creative and want to create the levels and do all that kind of stuff who are going to be drawn to that game, but you have all these people who are like, oh, I love Mario. Love to play me some new levels.
Well, and
they're going to be all over it.
You can use different art styles from the different games.
It's cool
not
too.
You can mix it up.
Well, that's not cool. Between, but like whenever you pick the level, you have to of course decide what it's going to look like. But it can either be like the original 8-bit, it can be like one of the Super Nintendos. Well, not that far. It only goes up to the Super Nintendo, I believe. So it's like that, or like say Mario 3.
Okay.
So, I mean, it gives you a feel. Now, it could have more. I'm just talking about as far as what I've seen so far. Those are the only ones that I've seen. But
well, that seems like a neat little game coming out.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played a Mario game in a long time, but I would be willing. I don't care for the Mario Kart and whatever, what have you. If I play Mario, I want to be going in some pipes and
rescuing the princess.
And as much as I hate to say it, rescuing the princess.
So the Xbox One Elite Edition has been announced. 1 terabyte hard drive, the Xbox Elite controller, $150 controller. Don't know about that.
What is special? Is
pricey.
this coated in gold?
No, but it has a lot of buttons and they're interchangeable. And basically, you can completely customize this controller how you want, pretty much. I'm excited to be able to have the D-pad that I can fix to make it only go up and down, left and right, or swing, which was available on 360 controllers on certain ones. You could actually pull the D-pad up, twist it.
Oh, like the silver one.
And set it down and lock it into place.
I had those. Too bad those kept breaking real bad.
But this new one actually has like interchangeable pieces that you can replace to do what you want. But then it also has like different trigger buttons, and I think there's even some underneath of it now that you can customize them all to do whatever you want. With any game, I believe. So it gets like its own
That'd
menu.
be a big selling point.
So I know it's $150. It's got a lot of buttons and it's got a lot of fanciness.
But are all those buttons worth an extra $100? Because the controllers are $50 as it was, and that to me, I mean, I understand it because there's a lot of components that go into it.
Right.
But are 7 buttons? Is that really worth $100?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how all of it has worked. Or is going to work, or how much the buttons are interchangeable. I'm pretty sure it's pretty customizable, but no, I don't know if it's worth $100.
Right.
It's extra. I have to try it and let you know
Well,
as soon as I.
That's for another show. We'll talk about that.
Well, it'll be bundled with the Elite Edition, $500. But they get you 1 terabyte in that controller. So.
Well, the $500 price tag with the extra memory and that controller is probably worth it.
Well, wait a minute. Let me ask this. You can use an external hard drive, right?
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So would it not just be cheaper to get an external hard drive and get the regular edition?
Could be.
People want to buy.
I mean, I understand wanting to have the branded. I'm the same way. I'd rather have everything match. I don't like having,
Yeah.
So I get that. That's $500. Whenever you could spend.
Yeah, but how much is the Xbox One price now anyway? Is it $350 or did it go back up to $399? I have no idea. I know I got mine when it was at $350, but if it's $399 and then it's going to be is it $499 for this bundle or is it $599?
Well, if that's the case,
an extra $100 for twice as much space and the controller just for the controller alone.
Well, if that is the case, because it's for whatever reason I was thinking the 350 price point is what stuck in my head.
Right.
Because usually a terabyte hard drive is going to run you $80 if you can catch it on sale. You know what I mean? So ultimately, it just seems like it just. Yeah. Of course, that's companies overcharge for memory anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can look at Apple, and that's enough to show that it's a racket. But I just.
Guess it just depends on what's the best deal for you or what you can find. Right.
It needs more space. All of them.
Yeah,
especially because that's my biggest complaint with the PS4, which that'll bring us into our next thing, is that there's with all the games to where they're now in such high def and they're all using Blu-ray discs. They all take 40 to 60 gigs if you're trying to put it on. So it's like you need these huge storage spaces just to hold the games.
I'll say when I was originally looking to get the new Xbox One and was looking at the bundles, I looked real long and hard, as much as I hate to admit it, at the Call of Duty Xbox combo version because it was a terabyte memory. I was this close to buying it, except I knew I would not play that game. Now, had I known I wasn't going to play Assassin's Creed Unity either,
then it wouldn't have mattered, right?
Poor Unity.
So the PS4 is getting an update here in the next few days. It may be already, but apparently it increases the PlayStation Plus online storage from 1 gigabyte to 10 gigabytes. I'm not sure what that storage is used for.
One thing I could think that would be save games.
Yeah.
Because that's about the only thing that you could even use 10 gigabytes for, because that's not even going to hold one game.
So I'm wondering what they, because the 1 gigabyte was small enough as it was,
right?
And it's only getting a 10 gigabyte bump. So
that's what the Xbox uses most of their online stuff for, or that I use it for. Is my online usage.
Well, that's why I never use the 360 cloud storage, because even with the 360 they gave you like 250 megabytes or something stupid like that. It was just like.
I never use like hardly any of it.
Right.
That's.
so that'll be a benefit to PS4 users. Well, that wraps up this week's episode of Around the Mic. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week.